This episode of 3-Minute Egg is brought to you by the Minneapolis College of Art and Design, which wants you to know about its annual art sale November 20th and 21st. Learn more at mcad.edu. Minneapolis Art on Wheels has earned a reputation for projecting art onto the walls of buildings all over the metro, but now they have found a permanent home, or at least semi-permanent. It's at the West Bank Social Club. It's actually above the Nomad World Pub on Cedar, and at 8 o'clock every Wednesday night you can check out shadow puppeteers doing their thing along with new media artists. So let's meet a couple of these practitioners on this edition of 3-Minute Egg.
I just sort of fell into it. I volunteered at Heart of the Beast a couple times, and then I just got into it, and I met some shadow puppeteers, and I said, I want to do that. And then you know what? You just cut out pieces of paper and you do that. This was my first experience working with a team and then incorporating technology into a shadow puppet show. We had live music, and there was an interactive element that was fun. And then there was also the public element where it was interactive, where you're showing it out and projecting onto the side of a building so anybody can wander by and be part of it.
When I was in San Francisco, I met a man named Larry Reed, who is the director of Shadowlight Productions, and they do giant cinema-sized shadow shows. He bases a lot of his action, like his wrist action and movement and the specificity of the way the puppets look, on Balinese shadow puppetry. My parents are doctors, and my father has a lot of heart conditions, and so I have a very particular anatomical bent. Heartbreak, works about heartbreak, works about problems with the heart, and then all of the ways that it fails. I have a show called Lovesick Sea Play, which is about basically a spurned woman who turns into a sea monster and devours her love.
When we were doing mobile outings, they could be anywhere. We don't necessarily set a time and a place. But with this, it was a way to show people the setup, to get people to get in on it, and like just kind of these lab sessions more. This week was more of a formal performance than other weeks have been, and other weeks maybe will be, but it's a really exciting way to marry this high technology with something that's has a really long tradition. It's like software that's kind of custom built for this sort of application, where you can have live input from a camera fed into the software can analyze it and make it so that it'll be most bright, most visible on a projected surface. I think once they get their hands moving and they have the puppets in their hands, they don't really think about the high technology, you know? It's just like it was, you know? They see their movements there, they see their movements there, it doesn't really matter.